Welcome to your business morning this Tuesday, the 12th of February. I am Boasting Namafai. We're live to you from Lagos, Nigeria's financial and economic capital. Of course, the big news today is Nigeria's GDP numbers for the fourth quarter of 2018 and full year numbers from the Statistics Office. These are the headlines in those numbers in case you just waking up to this news. Nigeria's economy grew 2.38% in real terms in the fourth quarter of last year. That was the final 3 months of 2018, showing a 0.27% jump over the fourth quarter of the previous year. That's what you call a year-on-year growth. The real GDP growth posted 5.31% on a quarter-on-quarter basis, with the annual growth rate of 1.93% printed for full year 2018. In simple terms, Nigeria's economy grew 1.93% last year. That's it. Aggregate nominal GDP was seen at 35.23 trillion naira, higher by 12.65% from 31.275 trillion recorded in fourth quarter of 2017. What's the full year numbers in nominal GDP? Full year 2018, we got 127.76 trillion naira, posting a nominal growth rate of 12.36% above full year 2017 level of 113.71 trillion naira. If you look at the sectors, that's where you find some of what you call the devil in the details. The oil sector was down 1.6% in the fourth quarter, but added 7.06% to the GDP. Non-oil sector up 2.70%, adding 92.94% to the GDP. Agriculture sector, 14.27% analyzed growth. That's what we saw last year, 23.08% of the country's gross domestic product. Manufacturing sector came in, well, a little bit good, but not too good when you look at the full year. The contribution of manufacturing to the Nigerian economy or the GDP last year was unchanged, 8.86% in 2017 and 8.86% in 2018. That's one big news to look at the problems Nigeria still has with this manufacturing sector. Look at the trade sector GDP, just 1.60%. Full year 2018, much lower than 4.34% for full year 2017. Putting all of this already out there as early as 8:30 this morning, the chief economist at RENCAP, Renaissance Capital, Charles Robertson, put his hat on his Twitter handle and says the GDP numbers at 2.4% was good for Nigeria, but he says not good enough to deal with Nigeria's unemployment. These are some of what our analysts will be talking about here on the program this morning. Let's raise the curtain for this 1 hour conversation on the latest GDP fourth quarter and full year 2018 with Taiwo Okwade, who is a partner in charge of tax services at Deloitte, Nigeria. He's live to us here at our headquarters studios, and we have, of course, other guests joining us from our studios at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, where Temple Ashaju, of course, is also there. And, of course, later on the program, we'll bring in the commodities and what does this mean for local consumers when we look at our domestic productive base. Taiwo, good morning. It's good to have you. Thanks for coming through. Give us your initial thought on these GDP numbers, 2.34% against 1.81%, Q3 over Q4.
Yeah, thank you, Bosin. I actually think the GDP number is an impressive number. I believe a lot of analysts were not expecting that growth rate. And if you look at the situation, I think about in top quarter of 2018, I think we reported a growth rate of about 1.8%. So everybody was expecting something around the region of about 2%. So if you have something about 2.38% in the fourth quarter and the whole of year growth rate of about 1.9%, that's an impressive growth rate, even though there's still certain things that have to be done for us to be able to, get out of the negative GDP growth rate issue. At the moment, the population is growing at the rate of about 3 to 3.5%. So you can't have a population that is growing at that rate and having faster than the GDP growth rate.
Okay, Taiwo, just hold on those thoughts there. We have the whole 1 hour together on the program. Let's bring in Wale Olusi, who is the acting team lead in charge of research at United Capital, an investment bank listed on the exchange. He's live to us from our studios at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Wale Odisi, good morning, and it's good to have you with us on the program on this very important day.